My name is Faiz Al-Musari. I'm originally from Yemen, been in Dubai for over 17 years now, and just recently launched Mendilicious. The concept itself is around 2.5 years old, with our first outlet having been launched just March this year. But by now we already have 3 outlets. We're opening the next outlet within the next 2 weeks, and we're aiming for a total of 9 outlets before the end of 2014, with a total of 15 outlets. We are here to franchise Mendilicious to the world and introduce it to the world. Well, we currently are only in the UAE actually, but the natural growth would be Saudi Arabia, would be the GCC countries. Immediately Saudi Arabia, Oman and Bahrain, and then throughout the GCC obviously. But there are some countries where it was very interesting to witness the interest, the level of interest that came from those countries such as the UK, the US, India, Pakistan, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore. These are countries that I believe before the year 2015 kicks in, we might already be present and productive in production ready in those countries. The offering that we have is basically meat and rice. It is just really how it's made, how it's done. This is very healthy food. It is the traditional cuisine of the Arabian Peninsula. This is what Arabs eat, but it has never been brought to the world. Nobody took this cuisine like other cuisines like Japanese, Indian and so on, went international. People could see it, people could feel it. We are now taking this cuisine global, and we're taking it to very high density cities and high density, high footfall locations within shopping malls and so on. This has created a buzz. We now have interest from people who see this and say this is going to work, because actually when you break the food down, it's very simple food. It's just extremely delicious. First of all, this is very traditional food. This is what Arabs used to eat for hundreds of years. It's the cooking methods that make the difference between this and any other type of cooking. And then healthy, because we do not use any oils, any fats, any ghee, butter. The grilled items are grilled on stone without using any additional fat. Then we have something called the steam roasting process, which is, we would call it in Arabic, the mendi type of food, which is allowing the meat to cook over very low heat for a very long time. Our slogan is slow cooked food served very quickly. That's exactly what it is. But then, because of this cooking method, you don't need to use any additional fat or oil, making the food, the meat, the protein, very healthy. Then, when it comes to all the other things, the rice is cooked through the steam and the juices of the meat. No additional fats either. Unlike many other similar cuisines, this comes out as a very, very healthy meal. And just a short note, we had all of our food tested at the municipality lab in Dubai, and it proves that a regular, very big Mendilicious meal, enough to probably for 2 people, is actually 26% less than a regular burger meal in terms of fat and in terms of calories. Absolutely, yes, besides many others.
Right, of course. And who really is then your target market?
I hope it doesn't sound crazy when I say everybody, because the Arabs and locals of this region know this. This is home's, mum's cooking. Grew up eating this food, now it's introduced into a new area, into the shopping malls and so on. Then Arabs and expatriates who have been living in, whether it's the UAE or in the GCC, they have heard of Mendi and they might have even tried it. But then there's always the curious Westerners. You sell camel meat? How does that taste like? We would like to try that. What is Mendi really about? This is what Arabs eat. I would like to try that. So it is really everybody. The regular franchise fees, we've taken what would be acceptable and an industry average. Our franchise fee is between 15 and 25,000 US dollars per outlet. We have a specific target that we give to our franchisees to open Mendilicious in their territories. There is a certain amount of flexibility in terms of the franchise fees. The royalty fees are also very reasonable considering what we're aiming for. We want to reach to our customers worldwide. We want Mendilicious to become a name that everybody in the world knows and learns about. We want people to know about the cuisine, the food of Arabia. One day, maybe 2 or 3 years from now, I would like to be sitting in Montreal somewhere and hearing somebody talking to somebody else saying, I tried Arabian food today, whether it's Mendilicious or not, but I tried the real Arabian food today, and that was wonderful. That is the aim. Right now, we have had great interest, so it seems like our franchise fees and franchise module is going towards a very big success. In the UAE, and the business model that we started with was to build a CPU, a central production unit that stabilizes your quality. You have consistent quality throughout your outlet, whether it's 2, 10 or 20. It's always exactly the same. The raw materials, the deals we signed on all the raw materials and so on. We have a very large team sitting in our central kitchen of 40 people that make sure that that quality is produced. We have quality controllers. We've got 2, one in the kitchen and one that goes around to the outlet. That same business module is going to be applied everywhere. So wherever Mendilicious will go, it will always apply exactly the same concept. And that should, at all times, guarantee the consistency and the quality of our food.